That was Jade with Don't Walk Away on WSAN Radio. It's 1 minute after the hour. It is hot. I'm not even going to say the temperature. It's just hot outside. You know, it's a crying shame this early of the summer, not even summertime. And it's hot out here like it is. You know what? I'm going to take a vow to stay inside the rest of the summer. I don't even want to drive to the office anymore because it's so hot. I showed a sign about last year this time. Somebody manipulated a sign that had a stoplight that was dripping. It was so hot, it was melting. So I sent it to my family up north, and they said, "It's really that hot down there?" I said, "No, I'm just playing with you." So you know how that is. But right now, we have the Peterson Brothers here. I ran across them about a month and a half. Tammy asked me to come out to the Get Out and Vote, and they played some music, and I was at awe because that reminded me of being at home. I'm from Chicago area and stuff, and the music reminded me of being home and how it used to be. And I talked to him briefly, and I said, "Well, I'm gonna get y'all on my show one day." I didn't think it was gonna be this soon. I found out y'all coming to San Antonio, and I said, "Oh man, I am loving this." But it's one particular song that I like. It's an old school song, "I'll Be Around." I play that every morning. I play that song because that reminds me of bopping. If anybody know what bopping is back in the day, it's sort of like stepping. But anyway, here are the Peterson Brothers. Good afternoon, young men.
Yeah, how you doing?
I'm doing good. How are y'all doing today?
Yeah, we're doing great. You're doing great.
So I hear y'all gonna be in San Antonio on Sunday.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
And I'm looking forward to seeing y'all coming here. But there's a lot of questions been coming in. They want to know how'd you guys started. Did y'all start playing the instruments in Pampers? They was asking all these questions. I said, you know what? I will ask them how they got started. And one of my questions is, who chose the bass or the guitar?
I'd say we both just went straight to each instrument, honestly. So yeah, it
And
was like a
and so you're the younger one, right?
yes, sir.
See, when I first met you, I thought you were the oldest one. I said, look at that. So, give us a brief rundown on how y'all got started choosing the instruments, and did you? I know you played locally in Austin all the time and around the area, but how did y'all get started doing all the music part?
I mean, our parents were just super supportive of anything that we did or wanted to do growing up. And that's for, us and our older brother as well. So no matter what it was, if it was academics, sports, music, anything in the arts, anything, if it was positive, they were for it. So really, we did all the youth soccer, youth basketball, all that kind of stuff. And then when I was around probably 10 years old and he was around 8, we just wanted to try music because we're only 2.5 years apart. So we were doing everything together. So music was the next thing we wanted to try, and that just ended up being the thing that really stuck with us. And of course, it's taken us and our family, just all across the place. So
One of the questions right here, like most people get into music, they want to know: did you play by ear, or did you study how to play music?
I just did completely by ear, honestly. You know, just a natural way to learn. Especially you can get records or you watch people play, you listen to CDs and everything, and that's just like a real direct way to learn music. So that's how we got into it. But yeah. So
and of course, as you get more advanced as well, then you'll run into musicians, along the way. Like you'll be at a gig or something. It's like, hey, how did you do that? How did you do this? But really, nothing super formal. Everything that we do now is, mostly self-taught. So, oh yeah.
See, you know what, and that's the best way to do anything to do. Self-taught. You know what you did wrong. You won't do it again.
No, for sure, for sure.
How many times have y'all, when you started off young, when you're playing, that nobody know you missed a beat, but you knew it? Do you see some people stop, and some of the better ones will keep on going because nobody know you made a mistake? Does that happen sometimes?
I
Well,
mean,
not now.
it definitely
Hopefully not
naturally happens.
now.
it can definitely, it can happen at any time and at any point. But again, the main thing is just to keep playing through it and to keep moving through it. It's like, especially as long as you know the material, you're prepared. It's like we're all human, so it's just not, you just can't dwell on your mistakes musically anytime you make them. Like whether you're starting out or even if you're a professional, you've been doing it for years. Like mistakes will happen, so you just got to keep working through it.
So, what was your first gig?
What was the first gig?
Oh man,
It was somewhere in Bastrop. We grew up in
Yeah,
Bastrop. For anybody that's from the Central Texas area, it's right out, or not from the Central Texas area, it's, right outside, 30 minutes east of Austin. But I'm pretty sure it was somewhere.
it's like a restaurant, I think.
Yeah, I think it had to be a restaurant or a movie theater, something super small, just kind of in the corner. And then our first time performing in Austin, I do remember that, and it was we sat in with Pine Top Perkins. And for those that don't know who Pine Top Perkins was, we sat in with him in Nuno's, which is no longer there, on 6th Street. And Pine Top Perkins was in a Muddy Waters band for like 10 or 12 years playing piano. So,
Yeah, Muddy Waters, boy, that bring back memories
oh yeah.
right there. So, when y'all did your first gig there, did you get noticed right away, or did you have to beat the pavement to let everybody know, hey, I'm here?
I mean, I feel like it was a little bit of both. It's like we stayed really consistent. We always stayed really busy, really active, performing out live, and also too, people were receptive to it at the same time. So I feel like everything just kind of met together.
Oh, wow, that sounds interesting. So you were probably there on 6th Street first was booming. At one time, 6th Street was a place to go in Austin. That was years ago. I don't know if that's before y'all, but 6th Street was. I used to go there all the time to 6th Street because it reminded me of. I'm gonna say it again, my hometown where it was open and you could walk anywhere. And I remember seeing Stevie Ray Vaughan up there one time playing there, and stuff. And back home, I remember we was at some juke joint there, and BB King came in and sat in. I miss those days right there when you get other artists sitting out there. They just get in and jam like a jam session. Have y'all ever did anything like a jam session before? Just walked on in and started playing?
Oh yeah, that happens. Oh yeah, that definitely happens.
It happens at like some different venues around town and everything. But yeah, it definitely happens naturally for sure.
Oh yeah.
So I bet you keep your instruments with you, right?
It depends. Usually, especially if we walk in and we end up playing, because the people on stage are friends of ours, and they'll just go ahead and be really impromptu, just get us on stage real quick for a song or two. So,
The one thing I like about that, when you walk up and you just sit there and have a jam session, people be playing music and somebody else will lead in with their part and then lead in with another part, and all of a sudden you got a new song that nobody wrote or anything. You just jamming. That's the whole idea about a jam session. You get that feeling, you get in that flow, and you just start playing.
Oh yeah, that's exactly how it goes down. Oh yeah,
because I miss that. I love that. I want to ask you about the song "Family." I listened to that song. No, getting on Sister Sledge, we are a family. Nothing about them, but that could be replaced with the song that y'all did, "Family," because you touched some hearts in that song right there. The lyrics you had in there. And who wrote that song?
All the songs, both of us writers. Yeah, and of course, just for us, our parents, my mom and dad are super supportive. Both of them manage us, so it's just like it's really a family affair with us. But a lot of the subject matters from all of our songs not only come from personal experience. It's not only a piece of our personal experience, but it's also experiences that we've had, running into other musicians, some of our friends, and just conversations we've had at our gigs, or just with people that we met along the way. So it's just really touching just on every aspect of, why family and having that community and that tribe is really important to have for an individual.
Yeah. And it is, because that could be played at family reunions. I wouldn't mind doing that myself. Matter of fact, when we have our next family reunion, I'm going to make sure I bring that song with me, along with "I'll Be Around." Definitely going to bring that with me. So what is your fan base? Because I looked up, you got a lot of followers out there.
And so honestly, like our fan base is like it's pretty wide across the board. It's like all the way from people in our age group all the way to people way older in their 60s and on forward. So all demographics, it's like a really diverse crowd that comes out to every show. We appreciate it. So
I have this guy out in LA. He stumbled across the radio station about a year ago, and I played the song on "I'll Be Around." He texted me right away and said, "Who is that?" I said, "Well, it's a local band around here, the Peterson Brothers." He said, "Man, you tell them I like that old school. Keith Hamilton. I'm trying to think of his name. And he's a faithful listener out there in L.A. And he just went crazy. Then when I played Family, he said the same thing. He said he's going to save this for his family reunion. So you're touching a little bit of everybody out there. You know, not just in the San Antonio, Austin area. You're touching people around. I got a friend out in the Carolinas who listened faithfully and loved the piece when I started playing it. So I don't know. It's picking up. To me, it's picking up steam. I don't know how old the record is. Is that from your new CD or?
Oh yeah, it's new. Yeah.
Okay, all right. Well, I'm letting you know those listeners out there, they love that. And you know, just I told people the other day that asked me about y'all, and I said, you know what? I said, have you heard that version of an old soul? They said no. What is an old soul? An old soul is in a young body, and they think like the older people think, and they got that old soul there. In other words, I said they're more advanced because they pick up on things real quick. That's an old soul, and that's how I look at it. When I talked to y'all that day, I think I said y'all got an old soul in y'all, because when you come down and you can play that funky bass like you did, I mean, wow! I said I love that. So that's an old soul in you right there. I think did I talk to y'all about, maybe I didn't. I played the bass briefly back, and here I go with my age again, briefly back in the 70s. This one guy named, Ricky Fields. He was playing in the band in Kenosha, Wisconsin. And so when Earth, Wind, and Fire came out with That's the Way of the World, I watched him, practice and all that. So he said, come on up here, see if you play it. So he taught me a few notes, and I went on around and got pretty good at it. But boy, talking about building calluses up on your hands and thumbs, that hurt. So one day we were out somewhere, and I was watching them, and they invited me on stage to play that particular song. I did not want to do it. I was scared to death, but I went on and did it. So what I'm trying to say is people don't know the struggles that's behind the scenes that you go through getting prepared and working on things. That takes a lot of commitment and time, and you have to love what you're doing in order to do it. What they see is the finished product. What they don't see, what it took for you to get where you at. So what I'm leading to this other question is, how was the road for y'all coming to where you were and where you at right now?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely say, it's been a long road, but it's definitely been super rewarding. It's been a lot of fun, honestly, and it's been a blessing, especially being able to do it with family and going out to every show and getting so much love and support. All the different people that we've met, all the different experiences, like it's really been a beautiful thing. And again, like you said, the hard work. We've been super consistent as far as like traveling, performing, and touring. All over 15 years.
It feels weird to say this age. Yeah, it's been more of
point.
our life than not at this point, but yeah.
Yeah. So definitely, it's been long but fun and rewarding, though, for sure.
Of course, we're doing this as a family, all independently. So it's just, doing it as an independent artist and just as a family, being able to do it with your family your own way has been a really fun thing to do too. And just having that support system has been everything.
And that's got to be a blessing right there, having a family there for you.
Oh, absolutely.
That's your. In other words, that could also be some of your biggest fans and biggest critics too. Because I know I'm hard on myself. Everybody say everything is okay, but I don't think it's okay. I know that's not gonna work, and I had to teach myself it's fine, leave it alone, because you can't get it any better than where it was at. Have you ever went through a time when you recording the song and you felt that something was missing?
Usually the way we kind of finish each other's sentences musically because we grew up playing together. So it's like really one of us gets stuck. It's pretty easy to get unstuck and, finish each other's sentences if somebody's trying to say something, whether it's, vocally, melody or musically. So we don't run into too much, block like that between, the two of us. We work together very well. So.
Oh, it sounds like y'all complimenting each other.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Oh, man. Yeah. So how is practice when y'all practice? Because tell us how practice is. Do you get into a point that, wait a minute, let's do it like this, let's do it like that? Do y'all compromise a lot?
I tell people like this, it's like you know how people, you'll have musicians that play, with a bunch of different bands and stuff. So you're seeing out somebody else's vision. Well, for the Peterson brothers, this is like both of our solo project. So we'll never have to be like, oh, well, I want to make a Glenn Peterson project or Alex Peterson project because we can't do this here. It's like, this is our together project and we can do whatever we want. So usually it's like, even if we have to condense other things to get everything to fit in the, into the song, we're like, really, there's really none of that. It's like, really, it's just we do whatever we want to do and we get everybody's ideas heard. So,
Okay, okay. What I like about it is you're probably one of the few bands that I know that start on time. Just gonna say that. I had to do somebody asked me to record their band and stuff. Supposed to start at 8 o'clock. I got everything set up, all my cameras set up and everything. 8:30 come around. I said, okay. 8:45 come around. Then 5 minutes to 9, one band member show up. Then about 9:30 start playing. I said, what is going on here? You know, 'cause do y'all pride yourself to show up on time? You know
oh
what I
yeah,
mean?
absolutely. Yeah, no, the only time we'll ever like, start later is if the venue, wants to hold it, a couple of minutes. But other than that, we're there ready to go.
Yeah, and I applaud y'all for that. One of the few bands I see that start on time and
Oh,
end on
absolutely.
time. Y'all just got everything down, just boom, 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 and that's how it should be. And the fans love it. Like when y'all played, when I met y'all that day, they got up, started dancing all in. And I said, "What they doing?" They was having a good time. They
Oh
they
yeah. Oh
they,
yeah.
they, they felt that vibe going on in there,
Oh
and,
yeah.
and that's hard to Now I DJ, so one thing I have to do is read the crowd. I have to read the crowd on, is it a fast crowd? Is it a slow crowd? What they want to hear. But I play nothing but old school R&B, so that eliminates all that other stuff. And and with you playing in the band, I know you have your songs picked out already. But do you read the crowd and maybe change from one song to another?
Definitely. Yeah, like anytime we have a different show, different environment, uh, different set length time, whatever it may be, like whether it's like a big outdoor show or maybe, we do like private corporate events too. So it's just like, maybe it's like a smaller event or a smaller space, venue. So we
Mhm.
definitely change it up on the fly. But we have like a general set list of how we normally flow songs, but, at any moment we can just, be flexible and call what we need to in the moment.
Oh yeah, and then of course too with us, I'm sure listening to that set, all of our sets we do will have, we'll throw little bits of songs in the middle of other songs as well.
Yeah.
So it's like, that's where we can kind of consider reading the room because we look at the crowd. It's like, let's see if they know this one,
Yeah.
and we'll kind of do that as well. But yeah, pretty much. I mean, our biggest adjustment is dynamically in playing for the room because it's like we can give our all on like a festival stage, or we can be the band where it's like if we need to, do a corporate event or something, be kind of in the corner and be the background music, we can do that too. So we can everything in between.
Okay, okay. So y'all will be in this week you will be in, is it Dallas?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
We're in Dallas the night before San Antonio. And the night before that, we actually just picked up a gig in Waco where we're opening for Los Lonely Boys. So,
Okay. But you traveling up there and traveling back. There's
oh
nothing
yeah,
wrong with that.
oh yeah, oh yeah.
So do
Oh, yeah.
you got things planned for the summer? You got places you're gonna be at during the summertime?
Yes, sir. Of course, you can always catch us around Austin. We love performing, so it's like you can catch us around Austin, and we got to run up to Chattanooga. They're still filling out, and yeah, through the rest of the year, for this record, we're gonna try to hit some more spot dates in some cities across the country. So,
Oh yeah, they're gonna love you wherever you. Did you say Chattanooga, Tennessee?
yes, sir.
Yeah, that's where my some of my family's from.
Oh yeah, well, we're
Yeah.
doing that. What is it? Riverfront Nights.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we'll be up there. We'll be
Okay.
doing. That's a big. I think it's a free concert series that they have. So, oh yeah.
Okay. I gotta ask you just one question. When you're out there playing, do you always have somebody come and run up on you, want to be in your club, want to be in your arms, mainly the ladies?
No, no, none of
Yeah,
it's
it's
actually
like,
funny.
yeah,
None of that. Actually, it'll happen to some of our band members, but it doesn't happen to
it
me.
is
Yeah,
good, isn't
yeah.
it?
Oh, that's because y'all got that aura to get away from me. And y'all don't have to say anything. Get back. And then on top of that, I spoke with your mom several times. Lovely lady. I
Oh yeah.
mean, she was telling me a lot. I told her about how I met y'all and stuff and everything. And man, I tell you, she loves y'all dearly. And man, in other words, she won't let nobody do anything to you either.
Oh no,
I see
mom
that right.
mom and dad always got our back. Like I said, this whole 15 years, like especially, they're getting back out after, COVID and stuff now too, but especially before March of 2020, all the tours you saw us do, whether it was, opening up for Kenny Wayne Shepherd, Gary Clark, going across the country, they were at every single show. Mom is in the, passenger seat with the calendar out booking gigs, and dad's driving and helping us load in, load out and stuff like that. So,
Man,
yeah,
they need to do a series on y'all. That sound like some of in the throwback days. See, that's why I love y'all. It's like the throwback days of what y'all doing, and this radio station I'm doing. I didn't invent nothing new. I went back how they did in the 60s and 70s. Mm-hmm. I did that because nobody I know around here go out and do live remotes like I do. They don't do that. I go out and do things live all over the place. I was in the Dominican Republic a few years ago and broadcasted live from there.
Oh, wow.
And so what you're saying remind me of, like I said, you got an old soul. You got your mom and dad, one's driving, one's booking. I mean, I love it. That all be, y'all come up with a series, man.
Oh man, I don't know, it'd be that exciting. I mean, it'd be all about the music. If you're a music nerd, it'll be all about it'll be fun because it'd be very studio.
Yeah, it'd be very positive, but
yeah, it'd be very positive. Yeah, not a whole lot of drama.
Yeah,
though.
No drama.
Yeah, no drama. Just all positivity. So
and you know what? People wouldn't like it because the positivity that you have and everything. Everybody dwell on the negativity of things. And what you're doing is all positive, and everybody see that when you're up there playing. You can see that in your face that you enjoy what you're doing.
Oh, absolutely.
Because if you didn't like it, you wouldn't be doing it. You know what I mean? So
absolutely.
I want to rewind back to sports. How are y'all in sports? Basketball and baseball.
Just like as like kids.
We did it as kids. By the time music hit at 10, it's like I was, both of us, we were just, fully 100% into music. But do have an appreciation for it. We are basketball fans, so.
And so who's your team?
Oh, San Antonio for sure. We grew up watching the Spurs.
College team.
College team. I don't watch too much of college, but I will say probably UT though. We caught a lot of the, we didn't get to catch them live, but all the TV games and stuff, especially the guys coming through playing.
Yeah.
We got to play a halftime for them versus Baylor a couple of years ago, so that was pretty fun.
Did they beat Baylor?
I think they won that. I'm pretty sure they won that night. I'm pretty sure they won. Yeah, because we were performing. Because actually we did something with the pep band, so that was our first experience. Because we had like 40 horns behind us.
Oh man!
And we played Curtis Mayfield, "Move On Up," and then one of our original songs. So that was pretty cool.
Curtis Mayfield, "Moving On Up." Man, like I said, y'all got an old soul. Y'all bring it up. See, you're going to have me go and change my whole lineup for tomorrow morning playing.
Oh, yeah. Then we grew up playing vinyl records. Anytime we go to if y'all got any good record store recommendations down in San Antonio, let us know. Because anytime we're in town, we always go to either a music store or a record store. So
I have this one person in mind that he deals with vinyl. His name is William Collier. And I'll talk to him and get the information to you.
Perfect.
He solely deal with vinyl and some good vinyl. Yeah. Look at you. I remember DJing. We had to carry crates of records. Now I just carry a little flash drive and all your music on it. I said, man, these people are spoiled, man. We had to pay our dues. I had to bring like 5 crates with me to each gig I did because I never knew what I needed to play.
Hey, but it moves the people differently. I mean, even some of these records that we picked up is stuff I've been listening to for years, but when you hear it on vinyl, it hits you completely differently.
Yes. Yeah.
And it makes you listen to the whole record, too, because there's a lot of album cuts on a lot of these. I mean, on a lot of these records that were better than the singles that we know about. So,
yes. I remember buying 45s. The B-side was always better than the A-side. The B-side should have been the hit. Like Gladys Knight and the Pips. Their B-side was same thing as Marvin Gaye did. I heard it through the grapevine. And hers was a more up-tempo than his was. And that crossover became a hit. And it was on the B-side.
Wow.
So things like that happen. Oh, boy. See, man, y'all got me going down memory lane right here.
Absolutely.
So we're going to close things up because I know y'all got to get rested and all that good stuff. Tell people how they can get a hold of you, and all that good stuff. When you gonna be in town? Where can they go on to find your list of cities you're gonna be in?
Yeah, well, you can check us out on petersonbrothersband.com. You can check out all of our social media links on there and everything. We're on Bands in Town. The whole calendar is up there on our website and there. So, yeah.
Yeah, and then of course, with San Antonio, we'll be there this Sunday. I'm Sam's Burger Joint, and it's over there, by the Pearl and all that. And I believe the show starts at 7 o'clock. So
Yeah. Your other fan gonna be there. I'm gonna be there.
oh man, yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing you, man.
I'm not gonna miss that. Y'all my band of choice now. After I seen what y'all do and the singing that you do, hey, anything I could do for y'all to push things your way or push things on the station, any new songs you got coming out, just let me know, and I would definitely do whatever I can to help you out.
Well, appreciate that, man. Thank you.
Thank you so much, man.
All right. Well, y'all take care and appreciate you coming on. And be safe, and we'll see you Sunday.
See you Sunday, man. Appreciate you for having us.
All right. You're welcome.